Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to talk about the Cloud Ninjas ARS-4LS. Let's get going. Hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the ARS-4LS. Do us a favor, if you find anything that helps you in this video, click that like and smash that subscribe. All right, well, let's hop in. We wanted to create a nice solution for a 1U Ryzen with a quick turnaround because we all know the horror stories coming out of Supermicro right now. You can have a lead time that they tell you 6 to 8 weeks, which is already too long as it is, and it turns into 12 weeks, 16 weeks, and by the end you're just canceling your order. It's a very tough pain that you can have in your supply chain. So what we wanted to do was turn ourselves into a nice hub where people can come for 1U Ryzens with a quick turnaround and a good price. And that's what we've done here with this box. And so that's what we're gonna do today, is talk all about it and tell you all the hardware and everything that goes with it. All right, so first things first, let's talk about the CPU. So the CPU is a single socket AM5, which means it takes Ryzen 7000 series or 9000 series or AMD EPYC 4004. And people ask us all the time, hey, what CPU do you recommend? Well, there's a bunch of great ones within the Ryzen and the 4004 EPYC series. So with the Ryzen 7000s, the 7950X, the 7950X 3D are some of my personal favorites, but there's plenty of other great ones. The 9000 series, I like the 9700X, the 9900X, the 9950X, and again, plenty of other great ones as well. And with the 4004s, essentially what they've done is added some extra software to it and converted some of those same SKUs over into an EPYC with some added software. So it'll be the same specs as the ones I just named, but with some added software. But again, there's a bunch of great choices, and the Ryzens as a whole I'm a big fan of, because what you get on a performance level versus what this costs for a brand new server is pretty amazing when you really stop and think about it. Because when you go look at the AMD Genoas or the AMD Turns right now, for instance, you're looking at a $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $12,000 box, depending on what you're putting inside of it. Whereas with these, you can come out for $2,000, $3,000 and have a really, really good, clean setup. Now, of course, it's going to be less RAM than some of the other systems, and less cores, and it's going to be the little brother to the big brother that Genoa and Turin are. But still, it's an amazing solution and one that we're a big fan of. All right, well, let's talk about memory. There's 4 DIMM slots inside. It takes DDR5 memory. You can use a number of different speeds: 4800, 5200, 5600 speed. You can use a number of different sizes, as low as an 8 gig, a 16 gig, a 32 gig, or all the way up to a 48 gig memory module. And there's 2 types of DIMMs you can use: Non-ECC Unbuffered, which is really a desktop module, or ECC Unbuffered, which is prevalently known within workstations, but works with these Ryzens perfectly. ECC Reg is not supported. So again, it'll be non-ECC or ECC Unbuffered. Those are your choices right there. And the max that you're going to get with either of them is going to be 192 gigabytes using 4x48 gig, and that will be the max you can get for the RAM. Well, let's talk about storage. If you've looked at our ARA4LS and you're trying to compare it with our ARS4LS, this is one of the big differences, that there are 2 M.2 slots in this one that are going to be PCIe 5.0. Both of them are 5.0, whereas with the ARA4LS, one is 5 and one is 4.0, so that is one of the advantages. The front is going to be the same, where you're going to have 4 large form factor drives. That is one of our advantages over the Supermicro box, is that you have 4 large form factor drives in the front, whereas the Supermicro box will have 1 large form factor cabled in, or 4 2.5-inch small form factors, and all that would be cabled in as well. We have 4 large form factor hot swap, and if you did want to put a 2.5-inch drive inside of it, we can accommodate, and we can put in 2.5-inch SSDs. So if you wanted to throw in 4 SATA SSDs in the front and then put in some M.2s, we can do that. If you wanted to put in 4 large form factor drives for storage and then drop in 2 M.2s, we can do that. So that's the nice thing about this box, and we definitely recommend using the NVMe part of the M.2s. It technically can do SATA as well, but NVMe 5.0 is the way that you're going to want to go. And just do a little deeper dive for the 4 drives on the backplane, you can put in, again, a SATA SSD or a SATA hard drive. SAS is not supported. So with the SATA, you can put in 7.68 terabytes for the SSD, or you can go as high as 22 terabytes for the hard drive. We haven't put in 24. probably works just fine, but you can go as high as 20, so you can put actually a decent amount of storage into this box as a whole, considering that you could put in 4 20 terabytes and put in 80 terabytes total, drop in a couple of M.2s in the back, and you can get up to 8 terabytes on the M.2. So if you wanted to throw in a WD Black, or you wanted to toss in some of the new T705 Crucials just to get the great speed, all these are great options, and we will customize it for you. So you tell us what you want and we can make that happen. So that's what we're here for. Is again, we wanted to be a nice hub for people where you can come and get a box shipped out quickly however you want it and not have to wait the 6 to 12 week lead time that Supermicro currently has. And as far as speeds, the SATA SSD is going to be 6 gigabit per second, and for the SATA hard drive you're going to get 7.2K revolutions per minute. All right, that brings us to expansion cards, or your PCIe slot, as well as network cards. So again, that is one of the downsides when you're looking at Ryzen boxes as a whole. Generally, there's only one PCIe slot that you can really use, and that makes it quite difficult sometimes for some of the different configurations that people want to put together, because there's only built in 2 1 gigabit RJ45, and if you're using this at home that might be plenty, but if you're throwing this in a data center, your customers are going to want at least 10 gigabit, so you really can't use the 2 onboard ports, so you're going to want to use that PCIe slot to throw a card in there. So using RAID makes it kind of difficult, and if you wanted multiple network cards, you really can't. So that's one of the limiting factors as a whole when it comes to the Ryzens, is the limited PCIe lanes as a whole. But again, you get one PCIe 5.0. All right, so what interfaces are supported? Well, you have RJ45, which again is just Ethernet. You have SFP, SFP+, SFP28, QSFP28, QSFP56, or OSFP. So those are going to be your different interfaces. Well, what speeds can I use? Well, you can go as low as 1, 10, 25, 40, 100, 200, all the way up to 400. Yes, you can get all the way up to 400 using the OSFP. So that will be some pretty massive performance overall when you think about the speeds that you can get with this little pizza box. All right, well, what about the power supply? Well, there's one cabled in power supply. It is a 350 watt. Again, it is cabled into the back. If you are looking for a hot swap option, we do have that. Check out our ARS-4LS-2. The -2 will let you know that there's 2 hot swap drives in the back, so we do have that option. It's about $400 more, give or take, but we again do have both options, so whatever you're looking for, we can support. All right, let's talk about supported operating systems. We have Windows Server 2022 and 2025, as well as a number of different Linuxes, Red Hat and Ubuntu. So again, we'll put up a nice little chart here that'll let you know some of these supported operating systems. And if you made it this far, hey, click that like and smash that subscribe. And if you're looking for any custom built 1U Ryzen servers, or if you're looking for any Milans or Turins or Genoas or even any Intel systems, we'd love the opportunity to earn your data center's business. Please email us at sales@cloudninjas.com. That's sales@cloudninjas.com. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Take care.